I don't know. Like I am only able to think about this.
All right, all right. So yeah, you were saying something about beating someone. Yeah, your teammates
Yeah.
beating each other.
So yes, and that was very funny. Like in the lunch time, like whole like most of the students were in the playground. So they used to look at us and laugh at us. So they are like slapping each other. What is this happening?
It would be like a
But
puppet show.
you know that yeah, that sir had made our game. Like the all credit goes to him only.
I see. Okay. Right. So is there anything that causes you anxiety?
Overthinking, like thinking a lot about any particular topic or like strange behavior of my closed ones with me. So
Hmm.
this
Do
and
you ever worry
I
about the
got
future?
anxiety to a level that yeah, what
No,
did
no,
you
you
ask?
continue. No, you continue.
Uh,
Then I'll ask.
yeah. So like my anxiety goes to a level that my pressure goes very low and I
Hmm.
get panic attacks too, like sometimes.
Okay.
Yes.
So you said my anxiety grows to that level that my blood pressure
Uh, drops down, we can say.
drops
Like,
down. Yeah, present simple. So yeah. Then somewhere before you said we have to defend it. We have to defend. We had to defend ourselves. Right. So
like where did in the game I said the
yeah,
same.
the game. Yeah, yeah, game. Defend, not defense.
Okay,
To
okay,
defend
okay,
it, not to defense. Defense is the noun.
okay,
Defend is the verb.
okay.
So why do you think anyone develops irrational fears?
I think fear develops when it does not like go hand in hand with our interest.
Hmm. Uh, can you explain that?
So this develops a kind of for example, if I have made a timetable for the next weekend or next week, we can say, like I have to study this, and complete this section of this book. So if I do not go by the timetable and the timeline, then this creates a sense of fear, like I have not completed my target, which I have set for myself. So I think when the condition does not go in our favor as we think, so in that sense, fear is developed.
That's a rational fear. What about an irrational fear, like a phobia?
Mm. I think irrational fear developed because of lack of exposure in that area
Hmm.
or that particular any kind of particular activity.
Okay, okay. Can you give me examples to explain that?
Mm. I think I have a hydrophobia as like I did not get in contact with water much. So I have a kind of hydrophobia. So I feel afraid when I goes near to water.
Oh,
Like
okay.
in most of the cases when I go alone near to water. If someone is with me,
So why do you think you developed that fear of water?
I think I have developed it since I was very young and we went to a place in Nainital with my family. So there was a river that was and also yes, I remembered another incident also. So I visited to my, relatives' home, and they were living in Gochar, that is in the Badrinath area, Uttarakhand, upper regions. So a
Hmm.
very deep river, Alaknanda River, like flows side by side to the road. So that was the first time I experienced the fear of water as well as fear of height. So
Hmm.
I think from that instance, I had developed this kind of fear, and both the fears, the fear of height as well as the fear of water, because that river is very, very deep.
Okay. So,
Yes.
I mean, so by seeing the height, just by seeing the height and
Yeah.
the
And the
depth.
depth of and the depth of that river.
Okay. I
Because
mean,
I never
was there
used
any
to visit
incident? Was there any incident?
there, like a lot of incidents happened at that place. A bus, you know, like that the road which I mean the road there is very narrow. So most of the accidents happen there on regular basis. And the depth of Alaknanda is so deep that if any person falls into it, then it's very difficult to even find its body also.
Mm.
So
Mm-hmm.
that's the
No, what I was asking was like, did you ever have any incident? Like, have you ever had any incident
no,
of
no.
drowning
I
or
have
anything like
heard
that?
incidents. I have heard incidents, but
Okay.
like I never
And
faced
yeah,
any kind.
okay. So you've kind of internalized others' experiences, and that somehow
Yeah,
materialized into a
yeah,
fear. Mm,
yeah.
okay. All right. So, um, okay. So a few errors you made. Somewhere you said irrational fear developed because of something, something, something. Irrational fear develops, present simple. When you're making
Develops.
a general
Yes.
statements, present simple. Right? Lack of exposure to that area. Um, oh, what was that? Oh yeah, yeah. Irrational fear developed because of lack of exposure to that area. This is what he said. Um,
Yeah.
yeah. So irrational fear develops because of lack of exposure to that area. Yeah, but I'm not sure if it's lack of exposure to a particular area, but maybe I don't
Lack
know
of
how
exposure
factually
as
correct that
well
is.
as
Yeah.
lack of exposure as well as internalizing others' incident.
Okay. Maybe.
You can
Maybe.
say.
Could be. Could be. Then you said when I go to water bodies, so I experience the fear of water whenever I go near, whenever I go near
Near.
water bodies,
Okay.
right? Then you said I do not afraid much whenever someone's with me or whenever some if somebody accompanies me, I do
Yeah.
not afraid much. This is what he said. Um, afraid is an adjective. You can't use it like a verb. You don't say I do not afraid. I do not. Maybe you could say I'm not afraid. I am not afraid. So use a be form instead of do.
Oh,
So when if
okay.
someone
Okay.
accompanies me, then I'm not afraid. If someone accompanies me, then I'm not afraid. Or if someone accompanies me, then I'll be less afraid. I'll be less afraid. Yeah, you can say it that way as well. Then you said, I remember another
Okay.
incident also. The word order. I also remember another incident. I also remember another
Oh,
incident.
yeah.
That's the correct way
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
place it. The word order. Okay. Now, well, what's the most irrational fear that you have heard of?
I think fear of eating non-veg by mistake from one of my vegetarian friend.
Okay. I
Yeah.
mean, Mm. Okay. I mean, yeah, they would be shocked, right? They they're vegetarians, right? So they refrain from eating anything
Yeah.
non-veg because they have
Mm.
this belief in their head that
Like we heard a lot of we heard we like hear a lot of news in the news channels like people are
Mhm. Right.
mixing beef with the food. So
Yeah.
because all kind of these things happening.
Okay. So do you know about any odd phobias?
Mm, I don't think so. Like one of the odd phobia is of mine only, like the fear of getting slapped.
Okay. Hmm.
I think it's a kind of odd phobia. And
Hmm.
I don't know, like I am only able to think about this.
All right. Uh, have you ever overcome any fear?
Yes, like I am working not completely overcome, but the fear, like the fear of getting panic attacks is somewhat decreasing day by day. I am able to uh, coordinate with myself in a better way than the previous time. So I think
Mhm.
I will overcome this fear as well in the coming future,
In the coming days.
coming days. Not exactly days, like it's
That's an expression.
yeah.
Maybe
Oh, okay,
figure of speech.
okay,
Yeah, maybe you
okay.
could say in my so I hope to overcome that fear completely
Yeah,
in the near future. In the
another
near future.
yes.
In the near future, or yeah, maybe someday. Someday you could say.
Yeah. Also, I have overcome another fear that is,
Okay.
confronting my father because he is in the police department and he seems to be very strict, but he is not so. So I always used to think a lot before talking to him at in any topic, on any topic. Like if I think I had a doubt and dilemma that he will like shout at me or something like that.